This is LinkedIn Live Q&A, and we do this every Wednesday. Merry Christmas to you, happy holidays, and really excited to be here today with you to be able to share with you some exciting, fun stuff I put together. We're going to have a fast and furious, fun opportunity to go through some LinkedIn stuff called the top 10 things we must stop doing, you must stop doing, we all must stop doing in LinkedIn in 2022 so that you can make the most out of the platform, make the most out of your career, make the most out of being an influence in your industry, in your community, in the world, using LinkedIn, the world's number one largest platform for professional networking. I would think online and even in person, it's really becoming such a great tool to be able to be a hybrid between when you're live with somebody in person, face to face, or even online, and using the two as a tandem, using these things to be able to leverage communications you started online. And maybe when you're in front of somebody, you guys have the notes, you get to preview who you're meeting with by looking at their LinkedIn profile. That's some stuff we'll talk about later. But I just really want to say Merry Christmas to you. Thank you guys for all the support over the past year, watching these videos, interacting with them, using them, giving you some great feedback about how they helped you in your career, in your journey, but also things I can work on to improve, to give you better information, better tools and content to help you really go out and use LinkedIn to make the right connections, helping you identify what you do best and learn how to and discover how to, and then actually put to work sharing what you do best with those who need it the most. And so it becomes this win-win scenario. You win, the employer wins, or the client wins, and of course the world wins when folks are serving as they should, and we all benefit. So good stuff. So say hi to Frosty behind me, just a little extra special little nugget here to, again, remember what we're here for. And we're here to get on today's training so we can go out and enjoy the season, enjoy celebrating. For a lot of folks, I know today's the last day of work for the year, for some of you before Christmas, and so on and so forth. But I've been working really hard, working late nights, and despite some of the trials and tribulations of cold and flu season, and of course, at the time of this recording, COVID's still going on, but I've had some folks in the hospital in my family. I've had some folks be sick a little bit. I'm feeling great and doing great, but it's just been a lot of trials and tribulations, but you know what? That's life, and to continue to plow forward. I've been working late and at night getting some things ready for the new year. I'm working on the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile course to be able to launch on February 22nd, 2022. So 22222, and that's going to contain a lot of great stuff to help more people like you and like me know, live, and love our purpose for our career and finances, and specifically using tools like our career and using tools within our career like LinkedIn to be able to go out and make a difference in the world, go out and make the most out of what we do best, sharing it, seeking to serve with others. And that's what the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile is going to be all about. And I'll share more with that here with you in a little bit. But if you want to get onto the wait list, let's see, I think I have that slide somewhere. If you want to get on the wait list, you want to go to brianhorvath.com horvathtraining.com/waitlist, horvathtraining.com/waitlist. Or just send me an email at brian@brianhorvath.com so you can know about it first thing. Got some people on that wait list already looking forward to leveraging LinkedIn in the new year. And that's what today's all about. Today we're going to talk about how you can go ahead and make the most out of LinkedIn by avoiding some things. I think that's important. Sometimes what we can do best is avoid some of those things that seem to trip us up. And today I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 things you must stop doing on LinkedIn, on the platform in 2022. Some of the things you must stop doing to be able to succeed with the platform and in your career. So yeah, we're going to talk about the stuff you shouldn't be doing, but we're also going to talk about what you can replace that with, the things you should be doing and could be doing. Simple quarter turns, simple tweaks, simple adjustments that you allow you to make the right connections on LinkedIn, the world's largest professional network. So again, today's topic, the top 10 things you must stop doing on LinkedIn 2022. And of course, we'll replace that with things you can do that will help you really make a difference. All in all, I'm here to help you, seeking to serve you in my purpose. And my purpose is to help you know, live, and love the purpose for your career and finances. Simply remember, guys and gals, that these are only tools. Our career, our money, those are tools to help us accomplish our overall life purpose, right? And so I know for me, when I was chasing money, when I was chasing running up the corporate ladder, there was this big emptiness inside. I felt weary, I felt distraught, and I felt confused. And it's because I was putting my ladder up against the wrong wall or chasing the wrong things. thought my purpose in life was to make a lot of money and have a lot of fame and accolades and, kudos and so on and so forth. And I realized that when I fell flat on my face, that that's not what this life is all about. This life is all about doing what you can do best, seeking to serve those who need it the most. And some of the blessings that we have come with us is career accolades, career enjoyment and fulfillment, and of course, resources like finances. So just want to keep that in perspective as we close down the year. Shifting gears. You can always Q&A me, right? You can always ask questions. You can email me weekly by sending your questions to brian@brianhorvath.com. brian@brianhorvath.com. I'd be glad to field those questions. You probably even get a response from me directly, but also I know people have these questions too, beyond you, beyond me. There are people out there. What do I do with LinkedIn? How can I use it? How can I pivot? How can I transition? How can I maybe start a business? If I have a business, how do I communicate what I do best and make sure the right people see it, those who need it the most? There's a ton of questions that go into that, but then there's also questions that come with the technology, questions that come with, what are some best practices, questions that come with, how do I do this? How do I do that? Or the bells and whistles or the little buttons to press, because it is technological stuff with LinkedIn. The cool thing is I'm an email away. I'm a YouTube video away. And I think I've been doing these videos every week since I think August or maybe even sooner. And there's a lot of tools in there for you right away. But if you have an email and you don't want to sort through all that, or you have a question you don't want to sort through all that, just go ahead and email me and we'll get to it on the show and probably get your response back in person. In addition to that, subscribe today for free at my YouTube channel, brianhorvath.com/YouTube, where again, tools and resources and videos, some shorter, some longer. They're all usually have captions with them. You can sort through them. In the new year, I hope to get all the transcripts done for the new videos moving forward and be able to have people be able to scan those. That takes a little bit more work, especially as a solopreneur. But in the meantime, while I wait for that, go ahead and subscribe on my YouTube channel at brianhorvath.com/YouTube. You can get updates when a new video is posted. And what I try to do with these every single week once this LinkedIn Live is done is pare down some of the front and back of it and post it onto the channel so you guys can see it right away and go through it at your own pace. Again, LinkedIn Live Q&A. We're going to continue to do these every Wednesday at noon. Let's see, today's the 22nd, so we'll most likely have one next Wednesday live. That's my goal. And as much as for me, it is for you to stay consistent and stay persistent. And you can find this live at Twitter. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook. I don't broadcast these live onto LinkedIn because LinkedIn doesn't love having lives about their own platform. But on my LinkedIn channel, on video channel on LinkedIn, there's other stuff that I post there. But so you can find this on YouTube. You can find this on Facebook, and you can find this on Twitter. There you go. So today's topic, we already alluded to. Today's topic is the top 10 things you must stop doing in 2022 and what you can do to replace those things you should stop, all in all, to make the right connections on LinkedIn, the world's largest professional network, right? So let's continue. Let's roll in. So this is a pretty fast and furious list. This most likely, today's live will be a little shorter, but again, hopefully this is just food for thought for you and things that you may or may not be doing that you should stop if you are. But maybe every once in a while, some old habits creep in, or maybe there's just some things you're flat out are doing right now and just need to cease, like today, or maybe some things that you need to stop not doing, if you will. You'll see what I'm talking about. But hopefully this causes you, just stirs you up a little bit to think about what the capabilities are of the LinkedIn platform, what your capabilities are, and what your opportunities are to really lean in and leverage LinkedIn in 2022. And heck, don't even wait till 2022. Start doing these things now over the holidays, so you can be ready to go once the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve and get into New Year's Day, January 1, 2022. The first thing is stop being fearful. And what I mean by that is any limiting beliefs you have in your mind about whether you're not good enough to be on the platform, or you don't have enough career history, or maybe you have too much career history, or maybe you're not good with technology, or you've never had someone show you how to use LinkedIn. Those things all originate a lot of times out of fear. Fear of what? For most of us is the unknown, not knowing if I press this button or click that switch or post this thing or the other or write this kind of content on my profile, what's going to happen? And hey, I get it. I suffer from that too. I think about that too. Doesn't mean you do not need to be strategic, but don't let false evidence that appears real to hold you back from not being engaged in LinkedIn or on LinkedIn. So FEAR, false evidence that appears real. Let's drop that like a hot potato. Let's move it out like yesterday's newspaper, and let's move on with writing a new story today. Let's stop being fearful, folks. Let's stop getting engaged. Let's start harnessing the power that's within us. Leverage God, leverage each other, and leverage the best practices are out there. Leverage myself to help you get over the hump, to stop being fearful, which is keeping you from using LinkedIn at all. So let's drop those limiting beliefs. Let's replace them with the truth that you have what it takes. You are God's masterpiece. That's what I believe. And you can do great things. You are doing great things. Let's use LinkedIn to showcase those great things so we can add value to the marketplace. If you know me, I'm about seeking to serve, not just putting out there and boasting about all these great things you've done in your career. I've worked with too many people like that, and it's not fulfilling to even talk to them. It just oozes out of them. That's not what LinkedIn's all about. In this case, we want to use LinkedIn to showcase, to highlight, to add value, to serve. So stop being fearful. Stop holding back what's inside you, the skills you have, the abilities you have, the dreams, goals, passions, the ideas you have, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a solopreneur, or whether you're a prospective job seeker in the new year or a current job seeker. Don't be fearful. Get plugged in, lay into, and utilize LinkedIn. The other thing I want you to stop doing is waiting for any job opportunity before you're doing anything. What I mean by that is very similar to some of the things I already talked about in number one. Number two, when you don't want to, let's just use an analogy here. The farmer doesn't plant seeds when harvest time, hoping that he reaps his harvest from nothing he's sown. He's looking around going, all these people have crops growing. I better put my seed in the ground. That's not going to work. In this case, with a job search or as you build your business, not waiting before a shiny object comes your way or an opportunity avails itself. Stop waiting and start working on your platform, on the platform today, on your profile today. If there's little tweaks you need to make, you've been wanting to make those tweaks. If you need to rewrite a whole section or add a new job, add a new job. Don't wait until you're chasing the wave. You want to catch the wave, be ahead of the wave, let it catch you. Your surfboard's ready, it's shiny, it's polished, you're positioned, you're ready to go. Same thing with LinkedIn. Take advantage of the time while you are working, while you maybe are employed, while you have income, or maybe over the holidays when things are settled down just a little bit, and lean into LinkedIn. Get up earlier, stay up later, grab that extra cup of coffee or shot of espresso, and put effort into planting seeds, tilling the soil, digging the hole, dropping the seed in, putting the ground back, watering it, all that good stuff. So when the right opportunity is out there, you're one of the first people that is found by that recruiter, by that headhunter, by that hiring manager that's looking for someone like you who does best what they need most. Got me? Good. We don't need to belabor that anymore. Don't wait for the sun to start shining. Don't wait for springtime. Start getting your field ready now. So when harvest does come, you're right there going like, I'm glad I planted that seed then. Because guaranteed there'll be others around that haven't. We'll encourage them. I'll be there for them. So will you. But that's not going to be you. Got it? Okay. Being a LinkedIn wallflower. And what I mean by this, being a LinkedIn wallflower, we don't want you to be on the platform against the wall. Nobody puts baby in the corner, right? We all know that from the movie Dirty Dancing, right? Don't put yourself into a corner. Don't retract or distance yourself, whether you've just lost your job maybe, or whether just business is slow, or whether you're retooling your company or whatever. You want to be out there and be engaged. Engage in posts, engage in groups, write some posts, connect with people daily, set a little goal. We talked about in previous videos or previous LinkedIn weekly lives is that have a target list, have a prospect list, have a prospective client list, and work that list. Don't wait like we've been talking about. Don't be a LinkedIn wallflower. Engage, invest, share, be available, put yourself out there. Be in the post, be in the comments, like things, love things, challenge things, engage in groups, start your own group, whatever the case may be involved. Be involved. Endorse people. Endorse people, recommend people for their skills. All right? Be involved, be engaged, get practice. You can't screw this up. Okay, that's one thing I want to encourage you. It's technology, yes, but it's not your computer. You're not going to like go try to change out. I remember changing out my computer back in the day as a kid, and well, dropping a couple screws in the chassis was bad enough. I remember my dad coming home and going, "What did you do? The computer won't work." The best place for me to be when I did that to the computer before my dad came home was not at home. Right? I didn't want to engage. I wanted to go run. Don't run on LinkedIn. Go change some things. Mess with it. Break it. You can't break it. But engage with it. Learn how to use it. Don't be afraid of it. So all these all run together, these top 10. But that's number 3. Don't be a LinkedIn wildflower. Don't just have a profile on the platform and not do anything with it. Get yourself engaged. Go mingle, right? Right? Go mingle. The other thing is, number 4 is not having a strategy or a goal for LinkedIn. Again, a lot of these, this is our fast and furious fun list that we're running through, the top 10 things you must stop doing on LinkedIn that you were doing in 2021. Don't bring those into 2022. And one of them is having a strategy or a goal. So ask yourself, what is your goal? Okay. Whether you're just building your professional network, is it within your industry, or is it a new industry you want to grow into? Are you trying to cultivate a client base? Are you trying to navigate a job search? What are you trying to do with the platform? Maybe you want to join a nonprofit board of directors and you haven't done that before. How are you positioning yourself within the platform? What is your goal? What is your strategy? And that will set you up for what you do next with it. And that's where when I get hired to coach folks individually or in a group, or folks go through some of my modules and my videos, and what this Ultimate LinkedIn, the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile course is going to be about, is help people right out of the gate break down the limiting beliefs and then set a strategy or a goal to go forward in a positive direction. Because with a vision, with an idea of what we want to accomplish, makes doing all this a lot more fun. Doesn't make it easier per se. I think it does. But there'll be days still where you have challenges, but it also ultimately makes it more exciting, more effective when you're out there with a goal, when you're out there with a strategy. And guess what? You'll get noticed. You'll get seen for that. It may not be everyone commenting or everyone liking what they see in your posts or everyone inviting you to connect, but you're out there being noticed. Trust me, okay? That's how it works. When you lean in, when you work, when you put in, you're going to get great things out of it. And where that originates is having a strategy, having a goal for LinkedIn. So what's your goal for LinkedIn in the new year? Okay, so let's keep going here. All right, looks like we just had a comment. Good, thank you for that comment. Not understanding LinkedIn settings. So that's another one. This is kind of one of those more technical questions or technical things to consider. Not having LinkedIn settings, not understanding them, can really be a detriment to you. And again, it depends on how you tweak your LinkedIn settings. Is based on the goal or strategy you have. Like, for example, do you want your profile to be public? Do you have a unique LinkedIn URL that can be effectively part of your personal branding? Do you have comments being turned on? And do you have job search criteria being found on the platform and then being emailed to you? How often is it being emailed to you? Is your profile open or is it closed? Are you allowing anyone to see all of your content? Or are you allowing some people to see some of your content or a mixture thereof? So we're not going to go deep into that today, but go mess with LinkedIn settings, see what you're comfortable with, turn things on, turn them off. Try, track, and modify. And Melissa Bezzetto, if you're listening, that's for you, my friend. My friend Melissa, who has an accounting service and company, mlbaccountingsolutions.com. Check her out. She taught me years ago about trying things out, Brian, tracking how they go, and then modifying them as necessary. And it was like an aha moment to me. It was kind of like having an audible, right, where a quarterback goes, they get to the line of scrimmage, they have this play set up, and then they look down and they go, this isn't looking like how we had this set up. Well, they got to try, track, and modify. They tried looking at the play. They tracked it's then probably not going to work, so they modify it at the line of scrimmage. That's what settings allows you to do. That's where you can turn on settings, toggle on and off switches. Just try things out and see how it goes, and as necessary, modify as you go. You're not going to break anything. For those of you that are tech adverse, try things out. You're not going to break anything. Number 6, top 10 things you must stop doing on LinkedIn in 2022. Letting the competitor get the role that you want, the job or the contract, the volunteer position. And obviously, this is kind of a little extra one here, or one that ties into all these things. When you're a wallflower, when you're afraid to use the platform, when you're nervous or don't understand about how to use LinkedIn settings, When you are not communicating with people within the network or in your network or trying to build your network out, then other folks are going to take out from under you what potentially could have been your role, potentially what could have been your volunteer position opportunity, because you're just not functioning at a high level within LinkedIn. So let's stop that from happening in 2022. I want you to have more conversations. I want you to engage more on the platform. I want you to be able to even mess with like little voice messages saying happy birthday to people that are really connected to you. Be different, be unique, be original, be inspiring, be kind, be authentic. That will get you more views, that will get you more connection, that will get you more opportunity, and it just makes the world a better place. So that also leads to you to benefiting as well, where you're going to be seen as someone that's seeking to serve, someone that's seen as being adding value, someone that's seen as being having fun and getting it done at the same time. So number 6, don't let the competitors anymore get that job, role, or a position that you wanted or that has your name on it. I really got to start learning how to take a drink of water during these things too, because I end up getting hoarse. Number 7, making excuses about when LinkedIn doesn't work for you. And this goes back to like number 1. You know, we like to write off things that we don't understand in life. We all do it. We like to write off things we're not so sure about. Like I said earlier about the fear of the unknown. If you think LinkedIn can't work for you, have you given it a try? Well, yeah, but I didn't do this, and the other. Or how many clients I've had over the years that well, I got a call the other day from a guy in Minnesota. He goes, Brian, after a year, I finally put to work what you taught me, and it's working, and it's worked. And that was nice of him to call. Thanks, Robert, for that call. The question is, why wait so long? Now, everyone has their own reasons, and I'm not picking on Robert here, but I am talking to you in a general sense is, what excuses are on your mind that you need to just drop right now, that you don't think it will work for you? What industry are you in? Are you an engineer? Are you in construction? Are you in sales? Do you have your own company? Is it a small business? Right? It can work for you. It will work for you if you work it. At least try me and test on me on this, having a profile that's filled out to our all-star level, which all-star level is basically you went through their little guide and completed all their little bells and whistles through this track that they give you. At least get that out there. Have a headshot. Have a personal profile cover photo. Be engaged, give it a shot before you dismiss it. And so a lot of times people make excuses. They don't know the technology. They think that people are going to think they're too old. People are going to think they're too young. People that think that it's not for their industry. It doesn't take long to create a profile. And I tell you what, it helps you practice for recruiters, helps you practice for networking, whether live or in person, or online. It helps you practice for elevator speeches that you may have to give in a short, a coffee line or in the elevator, right? Or on the phone. It helps you prepare for interviews. It helps you prepare for speaking to the Rotary Club, whatever you're doing in your industry, in your profession. LinkedIn helps you get that worked out. It helps you post it on the platform where there's over 750 million people engaging throughout the year. 95% of recruiters are on the platform. More and more business is being done on LinkedIn. There are some people I know that are doing 100% of their lead generation and their conversion on LinkedIn, and they need to turn off the faucet. A person I had earlier this year, business professional, and asked me, Brian, how do I stop recruiters from contacting me once he applied the things that I shared with him through my 7-step framework? So don't make excuses that it can't work for you if you haven't tried it yet. Number 8, thinking LinkedIn is going away eventually. Okay, let's say LinkedIn does go away and it's replaced with something new, LinkedIn 2.0, whatever the case may be. Like I just shared with you, all this stuff that you'll share on LinkedIn isn't changing. Who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, the things you've done in the past, where you want to go in the future, working with people, connecting with people and opportunities in the job marketplace. All this stuff can be easily be transferred, the same format, the same framework, the same conversations, the same ideas, the same need we all have for connectivity, the same reason that business needs people and people need businesses. None of that is going away. So whether it's LinkedIn or something you and I create together, LinkedIn is a great opportunity. It's the biggest and the best thing now. You can always sharpen it, or you can always transition it, transfer it. You can work on the same stuff later, whether it's another platform or not. But since, wow, it's the thing, let's use it. Let's leverage it. All right. Okay. Let's use it. Let's leverage it. If it does go away, who cares? You can still use what you're working on today in LinkedIn and take it to the next place. Number 9, as we wrap up, one of the top 10 things I want you to stop doing, number 9, is hopping on and off LinkedIn like it's Facebook or Instagram. Depending on your, if you're in what your strategy is or what your goals are, whether it's in a job search, whether you're building a business, whether you're networking, or whether you're building, a following and you're a content creator, whatever the case may be, you don't want to hop in and hop out. You want to set aside time weekly, if not daily, to use LinkedIn to its fullest, okay? To do all the things we talked about so far in these past 25, 26 minutes. But hopping on and off LinkedIn is no longer for you. Set a nugget, set a game plan, set a block of time throughout the week that you're going to get on LinkedIn, okay? That's going to help you be relevant. It's going to help you be consistent. That's going to help you learn. It's going to help you get into your goals and your strategies, whether it's to find a new job or whether it's for someone to find you for an opportunity. And I've had multiple opportunities come to me through LinkedIn. Matter of fact, one of my favorite and best growing opportunities in my career came through someone calling me from Washington State on a board of directors of a national nonprofit called Crossroads Career and say, Brian, I see your job or see you're open to new opportunities in your LinkedIn profile. And I see all the things that you've done in the past lead up to some things that we need today. Would you consider this opportunity? And I said, yes, interviewed. Some months later, got the job offer, got the job. And so thankful for all those folks I've met. Some great friends, mentors, leaders, both next to me, shoulder to shoulder, above me, below me, whatever you want to call it in the organizational chart, all in all, across the country, I've met some great folks. And those opportunities connect me to new opportunities I'm still working on today. So be consistent on LinkedIn. Use it. It works. And last but not least, you need to have an accountability partner or an accountability pod. If you've ever heard of Amy Porterfield, she has a lot of digital courses, and I'm building my digital course on her strategy, the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile. And one of the things she talks about, if you're going to be successful as a course creator or as a business owner, is having an accountability pod. She calls them pods. I love it. Or a team. I call it the dream team. Or have an accountability partner. People that you can share ideas with, people that you can run things by, people you can phone or text or get on a video call, people that can shoot holes in the things that you're trying to put out there and tell you why it's good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever the case may be, you need that. You could also really leverage a coach. And if you'd like to have a coach, here I am. Send me. I'd love to help you with LinkedIn in 2022. I'd love for you to get on my LinkedIn, the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile waitlist, to be able to know when that's going to be released, so that you can start really taking all this stuff in a systematic framework, easy to understand, confidence building kind of way to help you make the right connections on LinkedIn in 2022, advance your career and take it to the next level. And including all that, I'm going to have a lot of accountability folks connecting that have the same goals, dreams, and desires as you do or similar, and you guys can equip and sharpen each other. But regardless of that, whether you go with a course, you get a coaching, have people that are on your side that you can run these things by that will be real, honest, transparent with you to help you execute that strategy that we talked about earlier and accomplish that goal that you have for yourself in 2022. So again, that's the top 10 things for 2022 you want to stop doing and replace them with the things I said you should start doing. You're probably already doing some of these things. Let's fine tune them. Let's tweak them. Let's drop some of the old things and let's install and implement some of the new things. Really look forward to helping you with that. This was a lot. We talked about a lot. It was almost like a year in review in a way for LinkedIn in a lot of respects and getting us ready for 2022. Email me your questions, brian@brianhorvath.com. I'd love to be able to help you make the most out of your profile and really lean into LinkedIn, leveraging it for all it's got and for all you got, so you can seek to serve those who need most what you, my friend, do best. Email me at brian@brianhorvath.com, and we'll see you next Wednesday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for our LinkedIn Q&A live. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. And again, go to horvathtraining.com/waitlist where you can jump on the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile waitlist. See you soon.